Live from our Navi Mumbai store. I'm Sneha, and as by now you all know that we do these lives to share our home furnishing knowledge, tips, and ideas. This episode is going to be all about knives, knowing your knives, a guide for the entire range of products, a range of knives that we have in our store. But I'm not an expert in this, but we have one expert from our store, from our kitchen team, and I would want to welcome Chef Sufyan to kind of demonstrate this for us. Hi, Chef.
Hello everyone. So my name is Sufyan. So I'll be here with you today and I'll show you some of the knives and usage of knives.
Awesome. So, which one are we going to start with?
So the first one is the basic one, the cook's knife, which is mostly used for cutting of vegetables
Yeah.
and trimming of fruits. So I'll start using the knife.
Awesome.
I'll show you how to chop coriander with that.
Yes. I think this is one of my favorites because it's such a multi-purpose one, and it's my go-to knife for my everyday cooking. I have this at home, and it works super perfectly.
Yes. So I'll show you the cutting of coriander.
Yes. Wow. I'm. It's so finely getting chopped. It's so nice. I know how exactly this works because I don't know the chef way of doing it or the expert way of doing it, but it just does the job very fine. So well done.
Yes.
Yeah, chef, if you could put that on the plate and show our audience as well of how this has been done.
So this is the coriander.
I can smell fresh coriander while he's chopping. So good. Awesome. You could actually see how finely it's got chopped. It's also the blade being so sharp. Awesome. Which is the next knife that you want to show us?
So the next knife is the utility knife,
Okay.
which is similar to the cook's knife, and the only difference is we can chop vegetables and we can cut fruits with this knife.
Awesome. Okay.
So
What we gonna
I'll
do?
show you the chopping of onions with this knife.
Awesome. Onion, as we all know, is used every day in the house, and I think a utility knife can do that job perfectly well. So the biggest difference, as chef said, between a utility and cook's knife is about the fruits and the vegetables, and also slicing and chopping. So I think, yeah, anybody who does that kind of a job in the kitchen every day can actually opt for something which is a utility knife in our range.
So we'll peel the onion first and we'll chop them.
Yes. I'm sure, chef, in the kitchen every day you must be chopping like hundreds of onions.
Yes.
So the chefs in our kitchen uses the utility knife every day.
Yes. So we'll start slicing of onions.
So finely chopped. That's awesome. That's great. Wow. That was quick. I can never
Yes.
chop the onions so quick. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
Great. So, is there what's the next one? Where are we moving ahead with?
So the next is the braid knife.
Oh wow.
This
Okay.
is my favorite knife, and as this is mostly used for cutting of braids and in bakery sections.
Okay.
So I'll show you how to cut braids. So bread. So Sneha, can you pass the braid?
Yes. I didn't know there was a bread knife. You can pick it up. I used to cut it with my cook's knife. This is something interesting.
So this is the knife which daily for the daily purpose use, and we use for making of sandwiches, cutting of braids. So I'll show you how to cut braid. So as the blade you can see, this is mostly used for cutting of braids.
Yeah. The design on the knife actually allows you to yeah, chef, you could show it on
Yes.
onto our audience as well. The cuts on the knife actually allows you to chop it well and have that great cut at one go itself, right?
Yes.
Right, chef?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, you can have this. Thank you so much. Thank
Oh,
you. What's next?
so the next is the paring knife.
Wow.
This is the small knife, but it's mostly used for peeling of fruits.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I'll show you the use of this knife.
I always used a peeler for this. I didn't
Yes.
know a knife can actually do a peeling job. This is going to be interesting for me as well.
Yes.
Awesome.
So this is the apple. I'll show you how to peel an apple.
Wow. That is smooth.
Yes.
Chef, if you don't mind, can I try?
Yes.
Wow, this is going to be interesting for me as well. Let's see. Chef, am I doing a fine job?
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
Awesome. This is great. So I think I also tried it for the first time. It works well. This is a very, very
Yes.
interesting knife. Thank you, chef, for
You're welcome.
demonstrating. So I'm going to keep this along with the breads on the side. I can put this back.
Yes.
What's next?
So the next is the vegetable knife. So this is the vegetable knife specially designed to cut vegetables, and I'll show you the cutting of tomatoes with this.
Perfect. Yeah, I think this also is one knife in my range, the range that I have at home, and I use it. Yeah, so great.
Yes.
Can you just show us how to cut tomatoes? Tomatoes, onions are something that we use every day. So these knives become super easy and makes the job super easy for us.
So we'll start slicing of tomatoes.
Awesome. I think I would want to add a point for this. These knives are also great for root vegetables. I think
Yes.
the bigger ones, because these designs on the knives are meant for a purpose, and they allow you to chop pretty well.
Yes.
So they're
It passes air from the sides, and so making the vegetables fresh.
that's awesome. Another tip and another
Yes.
great knowledge sharing by chef. Great. Yeah, that's great. Super. Yes, finely chopped tomatoes for everyone. What
So
else?
the next knife we have is the most common knife used in Chinese industries, Chinese food industries for Chinese food. So this is the
Wow.
chopper, and
I love Chinese food. I love Asian food.
yes.
So this is going to be an interesting one for me as well.
So this is mostly used to cut cabbage for the
Okay,
Chinese food. So I'll show you the cutting of cabbage.
great.
This is in bigger shape,
Yes, I
looks
was
bigger.
I was just going to ask you that why this blade is like so thick and so big.
So basically, this is designed in such a way that it help in stability of handling, cutting, and this will help in cutting, holding the knife properly.
Perfect. Wow. I'm surely going to have Chinese food tonight. It's just I'm craving for Chinese food now.
Yes. So we'll remove the stems.
Yes. I think everybody is like, gets so occupied by pre food making is about chopping,
Yes.
and chopping takes so much of time. I think this live also tells us that how can the job be done so quickly
Yes.
and have fun with it actually. Have fun, cutting your vegetables and owning that food. So
Yes.
yeah, it's super super nice. Wow, that is
So this is the cutting of cabbage. This is as fine as possible.
yes. That's super nice, super colorful as well.
Yes.
The color of the cabbage. Okay, great. You could place this here.
So the next knife is the filleting knife.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know something like this
Yes, so
exists.
this is a small, the blade is a pretty small, but
Okay.
this is mostly used for cutting of meats and poultry.
Yes, fish as well.
Yes, fish
Filleting
as
the
well.
fish.
So if you need to remove the boneless part of the fish,
Right.
so this is the best knife to remove that.
Wow, that's amazing, and the shape of it is so unique. It's so sleek and so unique and super sharp.
Yes,
I think it will just do the job so fine, I feel.
yes.
Super nice. Is there anything interesting, any other
Uh,
interesting
yes,
knife?
I have one more thing, that is the fork and the carving knife.
Wow. Okay.
This is the fork and the carving knife. This is mostly used to, this fork is used to hold the bones of the meat, and this knife is used to cut the boneless part or the cut of any poultry or meat. By
Okay.
holding this bones by fork, you can just cut the meat
That
easily.
that is why it is, I think, called as carving, because you're
Yes,
actually doing the artistry work of
yes,
moving the bones away from the meat. So yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Great. Awesome. Awesome. That's nice. Uh, I would want to add something, just to continue to what Chef also has to say. Um, we have this very interesting product in our range. It's actually a knife sharpener, and super easy to use. You actually pull this out. There is a stone inside, which is on like a wheel, and a container at the bottom where you need to fill water. Push this back, and Chef, if you could pass me
yes,
one of the knives. And it's as simply as sharpening them. Super nice, super easy, super quick, and your blades will become sharp again. So yeah, this is a product that we have in our range, which is interesting and goes very well. I also have this at home, and I use it whenever I feel the knives have gone blunt. So a little addition to what Chef had to share with us. Thank you so much, Chef, for sharing all
you're
your
welcome.
knowledge and showing us amazing ways of using the right way to use the knives. And I didn't know that we had such a huge range. So thank you so much for
You're welcome.
introducing to all the knives that we have in the range. But before we end, I would want to say thank you to everyone who has joined the live, and please send us a lot of love. Please give us a lot of love. Please share this content with your friends and family. And if you've not watched this episode, you can rewatch it on our website. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being there. Thank you so much.